today what I'm going to do is I got a little challenge to make something out of the food here in the farmer's market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make a corn. I brought a can of black beans. So I'm going to make a corn black bean salad with red peppers and a little bit of red onion, some cilantro, and I'm going to make a really simple balsamic vinaigrette. I am here representing Slow Food Westchester, which is one of 200 slow food chapters across the country, and this is a really exciting weekend for us because this is our national week of action with eat-ins. Almost 300 eat-ins across the country are going to be happening this weekend for people to take a stand for real food in schools.
Excellent. And you are Dr.?
I am Dr. Susan Rubin. I am the founder of Better School Food and one of the Slow Food Westchester co-leaders.
Excellent. I'm glad you're here. All right, so we got people ready, waiting to see what you're going to do. I'm going to make a raw soup here. I got some cilantro, some sunflower sprouts I found at the market here, cool-looking cucumbers. I'm so glad we have things like this at the market. I just found out that there's regulations around the world that keep us from selling what we would call, some people would call deformed-looking vegetables in stores. They have to meet certain guidelines. England's the first country that's gotten rid of those guidelines. We now sell odd-shaped carrots in England. Here, we haven't caught up yet. So I found some broccoli, we used some peppers, some onions, and I found these hot peppers from the door. I just had a little lesson from Susan Rubin on how to tell if they're really hot. Something to do with the shoulder. So if it has a shoulder, it's not as hot.
Big shoulder, sweet pepper. Little
shoulder, hot, little hot. But then we saw some with no shoulder, and those I'm afraid of.
Now that we have a president and a first lady that really care about this, that things will start to change. But
all right, so I'm going to make a quick raw soup. The wax Katona green, I've seen something like this before, but doing this one just based on what I found fresh at the market. I got some cucumber. Fun. We'll try out these sunflower sprouts. Haven't made a soup with those before. We got some this beautiful heirloom tomato. It's a little dark. We'll just toss that in. Got some cilantro. Throw that in. Some green pepper, and I found some hot peppers over there today, so I'm going to be courageous and put a little bit of hot pepper in. I'm going to put some and a little bit of this. I think this is a jalapeno. I'm not sure what this is. No seeds. I won't put any seeds. And raw soups. The one thing to know about raw soup is whatever you would put into something else, like a cooked soup, you put in about a quarter of the amount. So if you could put in 2 cloves of garlic into your cooked soup, you're going to put in about a quarter of a small clove of garlic because the raw soup, the flavor is spread through so much. Same thing with herbs, salt, all that. Raw food is really just make the flavors come out a lot stronger. They don't get cooked away. Right?
I actually was stopping at. Alright, so I'm going to show you a real quick, easy way how to dice an onion without crying. First off, I always look at it north pole, south pole. Cut it that way. Okay? You want to leave the north pole on because that's really what's holding your onion together. So what I'll do is I'll cut off the south pole, and now I'll peel my onion. You're welcome. Thank you. Really easy.
You're not crying yet.
I'm not crying yet because the onion really isn't cut up yet. But now I have these great little guidelines that Mother Nature left me right here on the onion. So I'm going to go not all the way in, but just halfway in on these guidelines. And once again, not crying yet.
That's quite a knife, Susan.
Ah, yeah, it's a global. Japanese. All right, so now I have these nice little guidelines. And now my onion's going to dice really fast. Voila.
All right, and you're not crying.
I'm not crying. Come home with me.
Now we're going to get Susan's pepper.
So now we're going to play the same game with this pepper. I'm going to show you how to turn dicing a pepper into a moving meditation. Alright, once again, we got the top and the bottom.
The pretty pepper from Medora Farms.
Gorgeous pepper. Alright, take my top off.
Your pepper top.
My top, yes, my pepper top, not my top. Alright, so now I've got this kind of interesting, and now I'm going to take one cut, and by doing that one cut, I'm able to take out the center and all the ribs. Whoops. That out of there. And now I have this beautiful strip of pepperness. Okay? And now that I have my little strip of pepperness, that's nothing but pepper. Now I can make strips. Now, if my kids were around, that would be the end of it, because my kids will eat these pepper strips like there's no tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. But what I like about dicing things like this is it's just me and the knife and the pepper, and it's mindful and it's calming and meditative.
Yes, your voice is trailing off as you
cut. I'm in the zone. Me and the knife and the pepper. Okay, so now I have all these strips. And now what I can do is I can stack up my strips like that. And bingo, I've got nice little pepper cubes.
Awesome. All right, we're well on our way to the black bean salad. I'm just going to toss in this broccoli. I don't always like broccoli in the soups, but this broccoli, because it's so fresh, it was probably picked this morning or last night, it's really, really soft. You can feel it. You try it. It's the stem. The stem is so much softer than normal than when you get in the store and enter.